Oh, this is quite chill.
Con,
Hey, mate.
do you think you're asked how you're feeling enough?
Yeah, nowadays, definitely. I think it's like a really good kind of ethos in our band, and, you know, obviously in our friendship groups where everyone's really checking on themselves. Everyone's quite aware of how they feel, and just, yeah, it's a good level of communication on that front with my immediates who I see every single day. Mm-hmm. I would say sometimes I respond and I lie. I'm like, or I obviously white lie, and I say like, yeah, I'm fine. Just sometimes you want to like, you know, it's like you just want to like get on with the day and not bring anyone else down. But I don't have to. I've always got a space to not do that within my friendship group, which is cool. I think growing up though, I didn't. I don't know. I think I was always quite a like sensitive child, and but that has an effect when you're an adult man. Like your inner child still seeks that validation and that affection outwardly because that's what you've learned. Mm-hmm. I basically, classically, probably didn't learn to go, okay, I'm good. Okay, cool. Probably don't need to run to mum for a hug. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's the opposite of what I learned. And that's just getting older and realising that. So yeah, now it's like, as we said about, you know, when we had that funny chat in the pub, you were like, darling, did you never realise that? I've worked on it since then, you know, and like, yeah, now I self-love and self-soothe, and that's huge, man. But yeah, I think growing up I didn't, just at all-boys school, and, you know what it's like growing up in Essex. It's very macho-y and very suburby, and it wasn't that, I always felt odd in, you know, growing up school, primary school, I always felt a little bit leaning into the sensitive world, definitely. So I definitely didn't talk about that sort of stuff growing up, but now it's obviously different. Everyone's changing a bit.
Yeah, it's interesting there what you just said about the kind of dynamics with your parents. Yeah. Like this song's obviously about a platonic, codependent relationship, right? And kind of getting through tough and testing times. And in a relationship, sometimes there's a parent and child-like dynamic where one will naturally kind of look after the other. I know in my life, I consider myself very lucky that I have emotionally intelligent people who, they won't bog me down and say, are you okay? What's wrong? Tell me everything. Instead, what they'll do is they'll kind of share their problems with me, knowing that I'm the sort of person who will try to lift them up and make them feel better. And in retrospect from that, I suppose it makes me forget my own struggles, right?
Definitely, yeah. So who the song is about, like obviously you know her, like one of my best mates. It's definitely feeling an ease when I can hear about her problems, and like I said in the first lyric, and they take me from my own. It sounds selfish, but it's soothing not having to be constantly in your head. And then I definitely know that I'm the same for her. It's like you put all of that energy in, it takes it away from your own problems, you know. Yeah, that's definitely the case, man.
For sure.
I think that's the case with most people, isn't it? Like people are really good at being nurturing to other people, but not to themselves.
You know, I see your troubles from a continent away, and they take me from my own.
Where did you write the song?
Oh, two places really. I started it in Leigh-on-Sea. Where we're from.
Where we are from.
Where we're from. We're actually from Rayleigh.
I know, but Leigh-on-Sea sounds way better.
And it's just nicer, isn't it? Yeah. Rayleigh's dead. But yeah, I moved back to Leigh-on-Sea, didn't I? So I had like a year, which is great, being by the coast and being in the hills and stuff like that, and the cliffs. And yeah, man, I was just inspired. I was basically just, obviously, like we've discussed in other songs, in a really, really dark place. And writing this song came really naturally of like, basically I felt, as you know, quite like suicidal at the time. And the release of writing this song in the hills, the cliffs, by the sea of Leigh-on-Sea was just great. And like, was nice to be there. I didn't even know I needed it that much. That's why you're always in the ocean, do you know what I mean? Like, it's a big part of your mental health. But no, yeah, it's around that area, and it's just beautiful around there. And then I came home. I moved to Hackney, kind of just finished it off there. But it was mainly born in Leigh-on-Sea. Yeah,
it's kind of pessimistically optimistic.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you're totally right. You nailed it when you said it's codependent. It's like very much the lyrics are what they say on the tin. It's like, it does what they say on the tin. It's I won't let you get ill. Don't you let me get ill. Because life will only cure you if you let it. My pain loves the company. It's very much like, we're going to look after each other here because life's going to cure you if you let it. And there's a middle eight bit, which I guess was me just being directly honest, where it's like, life's going to kill me and I let it. It's like where I was at, it was just like all too consuming. Obviously now I definitely don't. And I do strongly believe in that message. I didn't really even mean to write the lyric, it just kind of came out. But like, you have to work hard at it. That's the big part of this, isn't it? It's like, you have to work. If you're in this sort of way, and as you know, you just have to work on it every day. Like you go for a run to like train your physical body, you have to train your mental psyche as well, like and heal that and give that some exercise and some space and everything you need to do with, you know, meditation or whatever you do to get
or
that.
Running.
I just think that is so not talked about enough, how like you've got to exercise your mental state as much as your physical state, and that's why it's like life will kill you if you let it, and you've got to keep working on it.
Yeah, certainly.
But also I do think, like, when I was talking about these other people who like don't get this side of the world and people's psyches, like I learn a lot of lessons from those sort of people too. Like, we have friends like that who live so simply. All they need is, like, you know, their one sport, their girlfriend, and then, you know, their mates. And it's like the sort of last 6 months of my life where I've like battled with stuff the hardest and made the most progress, I've really relished the simple things. Like, you can't be stuck in the shit all the time. You've got to enjoy life at the same time. You've got to really focus on the 50% that you can control and that you enjoy, you know. That's basically the way I live my life now.
It's a really important song, man.
Thanks, mate.
I won't let you get it, I won't let you give it, 'cause this life will only kill you if you let it. Don't you let me get it, 'cause you know that I will. I'll pay your lives a company. My life only kills me when I let it.
Yeah. How hard was it for you to decide that this was the first one of the project that you wanted to put out?
Oh man, not hard at all. It was like weird when I wrote it, it came so quick. It was like I was expelling what I was feeling. Like, the top line was just done in like 15 minutes, which just never happens. And when that happens,
that can be a long time depending on the activity.
For you, yeah.
No.
No, but it's it came so quick that it made me really realise that I was like, I realised I was reading this fact the other day about like how songs write themselves for you, and then 3 months later you realise that it's your subconscious writing it. And this song 100% was that. I didn't even know what I was doing. It was coming out, and then I got to the end of it, and I'm like, oh, there's something in that. Listened to it over the months, and I was like, fuck me, again, it's what we're talking about with the kind of inner child. That's what brings anxiety up. It's almost like my subconscious was writing it for me and going, you'll thank me later for this. And that's how it came out. And for me, it was so important that this one came first for that message. But also, I like that it's kind of like an anti-single. It's an anti-pop song. It moves all over the place. It's kind of weird structurally. It lengthens in the second verse. Yeah. Middle eight's really long, and, you know, it's a bit bizarre. It's like a piano on top of a piano, and it's like, and then it has this kind of long-winded ending. But I like that. It's the journey of the song which makes the song for me. Those ebbs and flows, those peaks and valleys of the song. So yeah, it was important for me to release it first and not just release like a single or something that's like more commercially viable. It's just more about the art of the song that's important.
It's beautiful, man.
Thanks, bro.
And life really will kill you
if you let it.